My name is Ashley Mendiola. I'm with San Diego Organizing Project, and I'm from the Parish of Christ the King. Well, for me, a moment that inspired me to take action and help the community was just the idea that there's services out there in the community, but sometimes the services aren't directly transmitted to the community members. And a lot of community members don't have accessibility, or availability to those resources, which personally, I grew up low income. I grew up very much under-resourced. I went to an under-resourced high school, elementary school, middle school, and I just always felt like there could be more done. More could be done for our community, and that's why I decided to get into policy, because even sometimes the policy that legislative representatives write, it sometimes affects our communities more than it brings value and a lot of great stuff to our community. And just having people that write policy that is transmits directly the actual need of the community is what I value and I really enjoy. And the reason why I'm in San Diego Organizing Project is because I see the beauty of how the community can come together to use their voice, and this is like their opportunity to stand up for themselves, and together we're very powerful and we can directly communicate to our legislative and our representatives the real needs that our community has, because sometimes there's just policies that are made that don't really help, or like they're just affecting our community more. So I just really want to help more people become leaders, learn that they're leaders. So since I was in high school, I started to just kind of out of curiosity go to places where I could learn more about my career interest since I was in high school. So in terms of like I liked a lot of social justice and policy at the time. So in my community, Gloria was very involved in San Diego Organizing Project, that she saw as a high school student that I was so passionate. So she invited me to the meetings, and with her invitation, she like helped me. She invited me into their weekly meetings, and it was, to me at first, it was very intriguing that the community was getting taught how to use their voice and how they were organizing to talk to their representatives. And I think in high school it was a little bit like hard for me, because I was also applying for like SAT, ACT, and college applications, that it became like a lot. But then once I went to the university to school at UC Berkeley, I discovered that I wanted to pursue public policy. And then as I was like learning and as I was studying, I realized that even though like I don't have to wait till I finish my education to start going back and helping the community, that as I study and as I could also at the same time be helping the needs of our community. So that's why I started getting involved with San Diego Organizing Project, and I would go to school and I would also go to their meetings, and at the same time that I was studying what I want to do and how I want to help the community, I was also already doing that with San Diego Organizing Project. So it was very exciting for me, and now that I graduated, I'm able to come back and just offer more of my free time to San Diego Organizing Project and just be here for the community, for the Home is Sacred campaign, and also for other policies that our community needs. Specifically, when we all went to the Judiciary Committee, when we went inside during the hearing, that's when like I felt very much accomplished, because we had one of our representatives, Brian Mainshine, that he was more on the no side. So just seeing that for SB 567, just seeing that he was maybe on that side, we were like, we need to get him, we need to meet with him to make sure that he votes yes to SB 567. And just when we went to the actual hearing on Sacramento, when they were gonna vote yes or no in the Judiciary Committee, that's when I started realizing, like when Brian Mainshine said, yes, I'm in support, I just felt very accomplished inside. I felt really happy, because we kind of like, we saw that like how us meeting with their legislative aide, the chief of staff, it really made a big impact in like his decision. So that's a moment where I felt really happy with Home is Sacred, and just all of us being able to go to the hearing and just keep saying like, yes, I'm in support, I'm in support, and just having a line of people just keep coming in. That's what made me feel very accomplished. Throughout my experience, something that I learned about power is that it doesn't require one individual, but I think it requires a unity of multiple individuals. Because if we see, when we're united and we're organized and we have a strategy, we can make a bigger impact than when it's just us by ourselves. A community isn't one person. It does take one person to want to engage in community, but for like a community is multiple individuals who are willing to come together. Yeah. Faith I think it's the main thing, it's priority. It's like a number one thing. I feel like before we even do anything, for me, I am a Catholic, so putting God first in everything we do gives us that strength, gives us the energy, and it gives us the motivation just keep going. Because as a leader, it can be hard sometimes. We have our personal lives going on, we have things that life just happens. So just making sure that like God is always the one who gives us the strength to keep going and to like advocate for our community, for ourselves. I think just having God help us, and he gives us the knowledge and skills is priority, and it's a big factor of how I engage in community organizing. When I hear the phrase home is sacred, what comes to mind is just a place where you feel safe, a place where you feel protected, and a place where I just think in general about human dignity. I think as a human, regardless of anything, just for simply being a human being, we all deserve to have a shelter. It's a basic need, and it shouldn't be something that we should even be fighting for to begin with. It's something that should be granted to individuals. So just in general, I feel like home is sacred. It's like the seed of everything, because if you have a safe home, then you could get a safe job and like have a safe environment. I think it's just like it's like a domino effect. If we feel safe here, it'll help us like start and try to go to other areas in our life. But I definitely, yeah, home is sacred.